obviously you listening, you won't be able to appreciate the setup that we've got.
Yeah, we have upgraded.
You might have noticed that the audio has improved. I hope you've noticed. Otherwise, Henry, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Basically, so we used to do this podcast using a single microphone, and we'd both sit next to it, right? It was a good microphone.
And I'd like to add, we did this in your bedroom.
Yeah.
And
did what, sorry?
We recorded the podcast in your bedroom.
Thank you for clarifying.
And
I mean, I've known you for a long time, man, but I'm just not, I just don't swing that way.
And that's where the wine box came from. I needed a seat, so I'd take the wine box into his room and sit on it, and he'd bring in the beanbag and sit on that, so we were level.
Yeah.
And we'd have the microphone in between us, and we're both trying to, get ourselves across on this one microphone that's not designed for two people.
So I said to my mate, Henry, right, we're doing this podcast. And he's like, I know, I listened to the fucking smut that you were talking last week. He was not impressed, man. He comes, right, he stands outside the flat. When was this? Yesterday?
Yeah,
right,
yesterday.
To drop off his microphone. And it's a decent microphone. It's a condenser mic. It's made by Rode, good company, great. And he's there with his girlfriend, and he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to talk. Let's talk about something else. And I agree. And I like, the thing is, did your mum listen to last week's podcast?
She has not said anything.
Get in.
About the podcast.
Yes.
Even though I told her about it, she's not messaged me to say, oh, I liked it or anything.
Well, she definitely wouldn't be saying that.
She just hasn't listened to it. I know she hasn't.
Yeah. Well, let's try and keep it that way.
Yeah.
Right?
If she does ever listen to it, I'll tell her, skip over this episode specifically, please.
I've been telling loads of people that. I've been like, oh yeah, man, yeah, I need to listen to the podcast. And I'm just like, just when you do episode 2, just like skip that.
But continuing on what you were saying, we've now got 2 microphones. We've got an extra microphone arm. We'll be buying our own microphone soon, so we'll have 2 similar quality microphones.
Yeah, because Henry's going to want to get his mic back.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it looks like a much older model compared to what
this is a good mic, man. Like,
I'm not saying it's a bad mic.
You can unscrew it. Look, it's a tried and tested. It's a favorite used in studios for like vocal work. Yeah, we don't need that shit. Neither of us are going to be singing anytime soon.
No, we've just promoted ourselves from the bedroom to the living room.
Mate, honestly. So we've got it's not even a table, it's a bench, all right? We've got a bench in the living room.
You know what, you say this, your mum loved this.
Everyone loves this, it's sick. And you know what, when we can have people around, they can just sit on the bench.
Yeah.
It's a fucking bench, man. It's fucking sick. And then we've got our mic arms on either side, right? I'm sat on a proper chair, not a fucking beanbag. You're sat on a sofa, not a fucking box. Might be a very nice fucking box, but it's just not, we've elevated ourselves, right?
Literally and figuratively.
Exactly.
But also, we've got space for the extra host. We've got space to attach another mic. We've got an extra seat.
I'd like another host, man.
We don't have space on is the sound box because we don't have enough inputs.
Yeah, I've only got 2 inputs. If you want more, that's 500 quid.